Bolivians elect their president a year after Morales resigned. Almost a year after the resignation of former socialist leader Evo Morales, Bolivians are called back to the polls on Sunday to elect their president in a highly polarized country, where there have been numerous calls to avoid a new political crisis. For the first time in 20 years, Evo Morales, 2006 to 2019, an iconic leader of the South American left, is not running for president. On November 10, 2019, he resigned amid a political crisis, accused of fraud by the opposition, while running for a fourth term. His runner-up, his former Minister of the Economy, Luis Arce, 57, candidate for the Movement Towards Socialism, MAS, and his main rival, ex-President Carlos Mesa, 67, are the favorites among 6 candidates. According to the latest polls, Mr. Arce, considered the father of the Bolivian economic miracle, tops the vote in the first round, but should not escape a second round, scheduled for November 29. Some 7.3 million Bolivians are called upon to elect their president, but also their vice president, and to renew the entire parliament, currently dominated by the MAS. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, the campaign mainly took place online and on social media. Their offices will open at 8 a.m. local time and close at 5 p.m. The Electoral Tribunal said on Saturday that, to avoid generating uncertainties and tensions, no preliminary results will be disclosed. We will not have the official and final result on Sunday evening. We are going to give ourselves a few more hours, and it is important that the citizens show patience, because the result will be reliable, although a little slower, justified its president, Salvador Romero. These elections open a new cycle in the country's political history, the end of Evo Morales' cycle of government and the political crisis. We hope that a process of institutional consolidation begins, political scientist Carlos Cordero of the University Mayor de San Andres, UMSA, told AFP. This vote will put an end to the interim government, in place since the resignation of Mr. Morales, and led by the conservative Janine Áñez, who finally withdrew her candidacy amid strong criticism of her management of the pandemic, which has killed more than 8,400 people in this country of 11 million inhabitants. Pacific. After a tense campaign, many Bolivians fear a repeat of the violence that left 36 dead. They have been rushed to shops in recent days to stock up on food, gas bottles and gasoline. Obviously, there will be unrest. We hope that it will not last too long, Clara Quiltaba, 49, told AFP in the city of El Alto, historic stronghold of MAS. 24-year-old Renata Zapata is more optimistic. She says she hopes the vote will take place peacefully because we don't want to relive what happened last year. It was terrible. According to Gary Chakimia, anthropologist Adamsa, we are in another scenario. It is possible that there is unrest, but I doubt it is of the same magnitude. The Organization of American States, OAS, the European Union, the Union of Electoral Organizations of America, UNIOR, and the Carter Foundation have dispatched observers. Calls for calm have also multiplied. The UN, EU and the Catholic Church have called for a peaceful vote and respect for the results. To ensure the transparency of the ballot, the Supreme Electoral Court has been completely renewed. Its president, Salvador Romero, pledged technical rigor, political impartiality and transparency in the counting of votes. The Constitution declares winner in the first round the candidate who obtains the absolute majority or 40% of the votes with an advantage of 10 points on the second. Otherwise, a second round takes place. In 2019, the count was suspended for more than 20 hours. When he resumed, Evo Morales was declared the winner in the first round. A few days later, the OAS denounced in its report manipulations of the ballot. MAS supporters and detractors rallied in the streets of several cities across the country, with violent clashes. Dropped by the police and the army, Evo Morales finally resigned, before fleeing to Mexico and then Argentina.